What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Getting right into it, I want to discuss UFC 275's main card bout, a rematch between Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Weili Zhang in this women's strawweight division. A lot of implications. So getting right into it, you got Joanna, who's taken about 2 years off. She hasn't fought since their first matchup. And talking about their first matchup, right? Like, both of them, like, either way you could have gone. Like, I was not mad that it went to Zhang. I wouldn't have been mad if it went to Joanna. That was such a close and contested matchup. Both women just showed an unbelievable amount of heart. That was one of the few times in the few thousand fights I've seen that I've actually been really truly worried about one's health leaving that octagon. In Joanna, right? Like, she did not even look like a human being when she walked out of that octagon, and seeing her be able to take the time off, the right amount of time off, away from the sport, have some fun. It seemed like she traveled a lot and did what she wanted to do. She's accomplished everything you can accomplish in the sport already. She's become champion, defended, lost the belt, fought for a title in another weight class, come down, fought again and for her old belt. I mean, she has done everything that you could possibly do in her career. So her to take that time off, focus on her health, focus on her life, her personal life, hopefully make some good investments for setting up her post-career and coming back for a really phenomenal matchup against Weili Zhang, and her herself coming off of the 2 losses against Rose. She's left her old camp and starting a new camp and has come down to Florida, and I don't even know where she's at now. But so there's been a lot of questions you can tell within her own camp, within herself, and a lot of self-doubt and doubt. There's probably been a lot of fingers being pointed on what to do and who's doing the right things for her and her management. And I think that's going to play a lot into this fight, right? I think Weili has a lot of confidence within herself, and she's playing a lot of the blame on her team. When really, you're the one who's out there performing. Maybe she has too many people in her ear. Who knows? There's a lot of shit that goes on when it comes to this sport. So this matchup right now, about 2 years later, it's a really perfect time to see these two ladies go. In the first match, you saw Joanna look really good with the technique, the strikes, her foot movement. She's world class, she's elite, and you saw the size difference, the power difference that Weili had over Joanna, and her counter striking that was able to push Joanna back a lot of the times, and I think that's kind of, with the damage and with how Joanna looked, I think that played a huge factor with the judges and how they scored the fight. And that will go down to me as, probably top 5 greatest women's fights of all time, maybe top 10 fights of all time. That matchup was just so phenomenal. So I'm super excited to see this rematch happen, and they're getting it done. They both seem like they're ready. They both seem like they're in shape. You don't really hear a lot of talk, which to me it's good. They don't seem distracted. And this fight's coming up really soon, I think 2-3 weeks, and personally, I got Joanna winning this fight. I think she's going to come back strong and rejuvenated. I think she believes in herself, even though she's 2-4, I think, in her last 6. I don't think that's going to play any factor into those losses. 2 to Rose, 1 to Valentina. And yes, her loss to Weili Zhang, but that was so close it could have gone either way. It seems like she struggles when girls are stronger than her, and that's her big issue. But it seems like she's put on a little bit of weight. It seems like she's put on some strength. And I'm really excited to see how she utilizes that moving forward. So I got Joanna winning this fight. I think there's too many distractions going on with Weili and her camp. I think too much has been going on. Her coming off of these 2 losses, I think there's going to be a lot of self-doubt. I think she, we'll see how she handles it. All of these questions are going to be answered June 11th, and that's where I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what happens. Please, guys, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think Joanna's going to get her belt back, or on her way to get her belt back? I'm so sorry it's not a title fight. This is a 3-round fight, because the winner of this fight is totally going for a title fight, like, without a doubt. That strawweight, with such a lackluster performance by Rose and Carla both, like, that next title shot, like, Rose is not guaranteed for that title shot. She's gonna have to fight once or twice, so any sort of excitement that goes on in this fight, the winner's fighting for the title against Carla, and that could set up a trilogy and all this other stuff. There's a lot of implications. If Joanna wins this fight, a lot of things can happen, a lot of roads can happen, a lot of storylines can happen. And that's where I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what happens moving forward, the result. Guys, what do you guys think in the comment section? Is Rose going to do it? Is Weili going to do it? Who's going to be fighting for the title next in the strawweight division? I'm super excited. Let's fucking go, fight fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mr. Mustache MMA News, out.